Hello my friends, Megabyte here, and we got an update to Assetto Corsa Rally version 0.2. They've added a ton of new things. There's a lot of new features, mostly not a ton of content update, but mostly updates to force feedback, car physics, car handling, and of course they added this little sweet unit here, the Alpine, and they added studded tires to all the cars, and they added this little snow course we've got to go racing around, which even the environment here, again, the laser scanning, look at the background, we got the Alps as a backdrop, absolutely looks stunning. So let's jump in the car and check things out. I've driven it a little bit, had a little bit of practice. Let's get out there and see how the driving physics are. Alright, so here we are in the car. Let's get the engine started and get out here and see if we can beat the previous best time. We haven't, like I said, done a ton of laps here. I did a little bit of practice just to see how things felt, made sure everything was running smoothly. First thing I noticed right off the bat, the updates to the driving physics feel pretty good. I did do a comparison on one of the stages I had driven a bunch before, the one I tried to set the world record on against Dave Cam's time, and it was the updates were interesting. It feels like there's less overall grip, but the dynamics of how the grip changes throughout driving the stage are really interesting, and things tend to be headed in the right direction. Let's just say that. I think the developers are doing a good job of balancing, trying to cram too much stuff in at once and not making the stuff they already have work properly. I'm glad they didn't just dump a huge update out there with a bunch of content that's not working right. I think that would be a mistake, although I know a lot of people are clamoring for more, which of course we'd like more, right? I mean, when it's this good, we want more and more and more of it. But the thing is, it's better to have the stuff you have in the game work properly than have a bunch of stuff in the game but none of it work properly. You know, there's a couple other sims out there maybe that have tried to do that, have a ton of content but none of it's very, very good. I think that causes more problems than if they do the development the way they're doing it. So pretty happy with this update. The driving physics feel good, and look at this snow stage. I mean, this looks absolutely stunning. The contrast they've got between the icy patches, the way the sun's reflecting off the snow, the way it overall just looks, and look at that, we just set a new best time. I do find it really interesting that it shows me updates at every split along the way, but when you finish, it doesn't show you the delta between your finish time and your previous best time. That's something I'd like to see updated, just simple stuff like that. You don't really get a sense that you just completed a lap, which this is a little tiny course they've kind of got here. You know, oh, broke the windshield hitting that snow and ice right there. But that's my quick take on how things look here. Overall, impressive, happy with the direction they're going. The driving feels good. Hope to see more. Of course, I think we all hope to see more. But this is the new Alpine A110, super fun little car. You can get the tail end out by stomping on the throttle. It handles really nice. Got a surprising amount of torque and horsepower too for just a tiny little 4-cylinder engine. Looks great. They've got it modeled very well. The way it drives, I feel like they've modeled that really well too. Although I've never driven an Alpine A110, I would imagine this is how a rear-wheel drive small engine car would kind of handle. So it feels right. Boy, that cracked windshield's really distracting me. See if we can set another faster time here though. You gotta just feather the throttle in. I would say one thing that doesn't seem quite right is this feels about like as much grip as I would have with regular snow tires at a snow and ice course like this. I feel like with studded tires you would have more grip than this. So I feel like overall the grip level has been adjusted in the game, and it's too low compared to what it should be. You should have more grip than this, especially with a studded tire on a snow and ice situation. One of the things that I bring to the table here in my analysis of this is that I actually did go to rally driving school at a place really similar to this in northern Vermont, and it was essentially the same thing. We had little courses set up out on the snow and ice like this where we'd learn how to drive rally cars and the dynamics of making them turn even when you have a very limited amount of grip. So I feel like I know how this should feel, and this feels about like what I would expect if I didn't have studded tires on the car. So that's why I say it seems like the grip level is a little bit too low for what I'm supposed to have here with studded tires. But that's enough of the initial talk in here of the update and things that are going on. There's a lot of other things that they've just done little improvements on, and if you want to catch more of that, make sure you check out the full stream on my Twitch channel. I did do about 3 hours of driving in this through some other stages and checking out what they've done to update the pavement handling, physics, and other things like that. So make sure you check that out as well. But this is just my quick little take on the new update and how the car drives overall. It's been super fun. We're gonna leave you with some outside shots of the car here and how things look, and probably go for one fast little stage time too. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming and checking things out. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.